likes to start their day with freshness. Fresh food, fresh air, fresh breath. And sports is no different. Here, we now serve sports news fresh up from around the world. Supersport Daily, fresh. Every weekday on Astro Supersport in HD.
Meros?
Narinig.
Nadia ingin mewujudkan keinginan Bunda.
Mau kamu nikah denganku, Mei?
Apapun akan kulakukan kecuali yang itu.
Demi aku, demi Nadia, demi Nadia.
Yes, I be your woman. Yes, I be your baby. Yes, I be whatever that you tell me when you're ready. Yes, I be your girl, forever your lady. You ain't never gotta worry. I'm there for you. Yes, I be whatever that you tell me.
New Journey to the West 3, every Saturday at 7:30 p.m.
The ATP 250 Tour follows through with the Open 13 Marseille 2017. Live on Astro Supersport 4 and HD.
Friday is back, and so is the NBA.
A snake made an appearance in Florida.
Speaking of snakes, another manager showed the door. Hi everyone, and welcome to Supersport Daily.
Now that you've got me, Amanda, and Swarna on your TV and YouTube screens, be sure to stay glued to it for the next 30 minutes because we're not going anywhere.
For sure, we are going to load you up with the happenings of the past 24 hours.
Kicking things off is the sacking of Leicester City manager Claudio Ranieri.
Especially just after saving the club from relegation and then winning the league next season.
Well, with that said, I'm sure the fans didn't want him gone.
Hello Claudio, I'm Vicky from Leicester Market. We've met before. We did have a selfie. I just want to say how fabulous you are and what you've done for the city. It's amazing. We all love you.
Claudio Bellissimo!
Claudio, man, you've done amazing for this club. We need you here in Leicester. You got to stay here.
We've never seen anything like this before. It's incredible, and thank you for everything you've done so far.
We'd like to thank you very much for all that you've done for the Leicester City Football Club since you came.
Perfect manager, came in, took the underdogs to the champion.
We love you here in Leicester. You're in our hearts, deep down.
Thank you for coming to Leicester. What a great job you've done. You are a god.
Man came in and he did his thing, brought the club to the top.
I'm going to be talking about him in 20, 30 years' time. Legend.
Hope you continue to do it and stay with us.
So, big thank you from me and virtually everybody in Leicester Station as well.
Follow your hometown and believe. And Leicester is true testament that if you believe in your dreams, who knows where the fairy tale takes you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Wonderful.
Imagine if the fans called the shots, right, Amanda?
Well, unfortunately, the Thai owners ran out of patience.
They are only 1 point above the relegation zone with only 13 league matches left.
News also started surfacing that Siran had fallen out with some of his players. Uh-oh.
And we know they're down 2-1 against Sevilla in the last 16 of the Champions League, but there was still a potential prospect of reaching the quarterfinals of Europe's most distinguished competition. Claudio was appointed in 2015 and led Leicester to their maiden title last season.
That was their greatest triumph in the club's 133 years of history. The Foxes then made it through to the last 16 teams in the Champions League.
And then just a month ago, he was named FIFA Manager of the Year, beating Real Madrid boss Zinedine Zidane and Portugal manager Fernando Santos.
Yep, without a doubt, he was Leicester City's most successful manager. However, their league results in the current campaign have placed the club's status under threat.
One league manager who knows the feeling is Jose Mourinho, who posted this on Instagram to empathize with the Italian. Champion of England, Manager of the Year sacked. That's the new football, Claudio. Keep smiling, amigo. Nobody can delete the history you wrote, with a couple of high fives.
Oh, so sweet of Jose. Now the departure of Ranieri sees every Premier League winning manager either leave or exiled from their position before the end of the following season. And this happened all in the last 5. Mourinho, as we remember, won the league with Chelsea, but the club suffered almost the same fate as Leicester, dropping down the standings. The frontliner for the Foxes' hot seat, Roberto Mancini, was also sacked after winning the league in the 2011-2012 season. Sir Alex Ferguson was smarter though. He retired in May 2013 just after winning the Devils' last title. Man, if winning the league means you're gonna be out next, I kinda understand why Arsene Wenger hasn't done it in a while then.
So we ran 2 polls on Twitter asking you guys which decision was worse, Jose Mourinho's sacking at Chelsea or Ranieri's at Leicester. Now, a couple of you thought this decision was worse, and the rest of you felt Jose's exit was worse, and we also asked you guys if it was the right decision. Now, the rest of you guys believed it was. The balance thought he deserved it. Thank you so much for taking part.
On to someone who still has a job this weekend. Mourinho takes charge of his first cup final for Manchester United, but he'll have to do it without 2 of his key players.
Honestly, I don't think he is fit. I think him and Michael, I think they are both out. But this is based on my experience, not based on my medical knowledge, and not based on tests and what they have obviously to do tomorrow and after tomorrow. I think no chance. But I repeat, it's just my experience, a calf, an hamstring, even if it is minor, you know, some fibers damaged, I think out.
Now, do we have a treat for you? Catch the first domestic cup final of the English football season live on Channel 814 in the early hours of Monday morning. And you're welcome. Anyway, there's some action in the Premier League this weekend, like West Ham taking on Watford, and the Hammers manager had this to say about playing Andy Carroll in that match.
I was expecting him to train in Dubai and everything, but then it's a bit slower than we expected and than we hoped for. So regarding the game against Watford, he'll run today, try to run today, and then if he's good, maybe he's got a chance to be in a squad for Saturday.
Bilic also gave his 2 cents worth on Wayne Rooney leaving United.
It's hard to find a big challenge after Man United, after you played and captained Man United and being one of the best players in Europe for so long. I mean, where can you go after Man United?
Finally, what did the Croatian think of Sutton United's Piegate?
This thing with the pie has nothing to do with betting. It was just a joke, whatever, you know. And it was, to me, I find it, I don't see any problem in it. It's like a good joke, you know. Sometimes you need a little bit of joke in this serious game of football. Yeah.
You've gotta love his candor. Let's just hope his men don't see this weekend's match as a laughing matter. Join Roshan, Steve, and Gary for this fixture on Sunday. Before that, current league leaders Chelsea, meanwhile, will take on the Swans on Saturday night, and Spurs will attempt to bounce back from their exit in Europe against Stoke.
While both United and Southampton are preparing for their Wembley meet this weekend, Tottenham beat them to a match in Wembley first.
Yep, in case you don't already know, Spurs have been playing their European home games at Wembley this season.
But they're not feeling quite at home yet.
The irony was they faced a Belgian club, Ghent, but fielded more Belgians than their visitors.
That's football these days. Mauricio Pochettino named 3 Belgians and his starting 11, Ghent 2. But it was the Belgian fans who ran the show in Wembley, quite literally. The home side thought they put the Wembley curse behind them when Christian Eriksen put Spurs in front. That was the Danes' first goal in 12 games. However, 10 minutes later, Tottenham returned the favor. Harry Kane guilty of the visitors' equalizer. That's his 4th own goal since 2013. While Kane was trying to pick himself up, Dele Alli decided to take matters into his own hands, or rather, studs. So the Londoners were down to just 10 men before the interval. It didn't seem to matter though, because Victor Wanyama put them ahead again, becoming the first African player to score for Tottenham at Wembley. Ghent knew they had enough to pull through, but Spurs kept on gifting. Jeremy Purve accepted the presents wholeheartedly, and this visiting fan certainly got his money worth. The same can't be said about Eric Dyer. It finished 2-2 at Wembley, 3-2 on aggregate to Ghent.
More Europa League action. Borussia Mönchengladbach needed to overturn a 1-goal deficit against Fiorentina, so they came out firing on all cylinders, only for Yannick Vestergaard to be stopped by the upright. Gladbach would regret not making that count because Fiorentina would take a 2-goal lead before the half-hour mark. Luckily, they were given a lifeline just before the interval. That's Lars Stindl making it 3-1 on aggregate from the spot. That's 10 goals in all competitions for him. The German club maintained the momentum to level the match. The captain once again at the right place to grab his 2nd of the night. It was about to get worse for Fiorentina. Stindl completed his hat-trick before the hour mark. In case you've lost count, that's 3-2 to Gladbach, 3-3 on aggregate. At this point, the German side would go through on the away goals rule, but then Andreas Christensen made sure of the result 5 minutes later. Gladbach take this 4-3 on aggregate. So here's all the teams that go into the draw for the Europa League last 16. A couple more upsets saw Apol Nicosia kick Athletic Bilbao out of the tournament with a 4-3 aggregate, while the 2008-2009 UEFA Cup champs also got shown the exit after losing to Celta Vigo 2-0 in the 2nd leg. They held a 1-goal lead from the 1st leg. All eyes will surely be on Manchester United, though, when the draw takes place later at 8 p.m. after daily on this channel.
It's time to take a break from all that football. When we come back, we're off to the NBA to find out how Steph Curry and his Warriors got along. Next.
This broadcast of the Premier League is brought to you by MyEG, your e-government service provider. Wanda Coffee. Try the new Wanda Extra Presso. And Brickfield's Asia College, the fastest and smartest way.
Monsters, are they real?
He's been following us! Hold on!
Say you're scared! Say it!
As I live and breathe, he's mine.
In the Heart of the Sea premieres Saturday, February 25th, 9 p.m. on HBO.
This February on Lifetime.
1, 2, 3!
Time to say goodbye to the girls.
But who knows what the future holds, right?
It's the final farewell.
You're gonna love it.
And fall in love this Valentine's Day with 2 original Lifetime movies.
You're married. It's time to step your game up.
It's a brand new life with these 3 couples.
It's crazy.
No kidding.
On a brand new season of Arranged. Welcome to the Fempire. This February on Lifetime.
It's what you hearing, listen. It's what you hearing, listen. It's what you hearing, listen. X gon' give it to you.
Once again, he'll shove it up right down. Oh, and he gets out by King.
You against me against you. Whatever, whenever you gon' do. I'm a wolf in sheep's clothing. Only that you know you can chill. Come back and get the streets open. I've been doing this for 19 years. Wanna fight me, fight these tears. I put in work and it's all for the kids. But these cats done forgot what work is. They don't know who we be looking, but they don't know who they see. First we gonna rock, then we gonna fold, then we let it pop, don't let it go. X gon' give it to ya, he gon' give it to ya. X gon' give it to ya.
Turn around 3 on the way. Oh, he makes it in. I'm Irving between his legs, pulls up 3 on the way.
They don't know who we be.
Well, Swan, it looks like the NBA champs are back.
That tune really got me moving. And let me tell you, they're stronger than ever.
That must explain why they were pretty quiet on trade deadline day, don't you think? Despite being linked to 3-time All-Star Darren Williams of the Dallas Mavericks.
Yep, Cavs captain LeBron James played with the guard in the 2008 and 2012 Olympics. I'd have loved to see how he would have improved Cleveland. Williams, of course, has now been waived by his team.
There was another man heavily linked to Cleveland throughout the trade window, and he came calling at the Quicken Loans Arena with his kicks with a point to prove. This man is none other than Carmelo Anthony, facing off against his buddy, LBJ. But playing in the King's Castle, His Royal Highness defended the land, driving down the paint for this layup. Melo responded from downtown, no love lost there, and nothing mellow about that. See what I did there, Swan? Someone else also stood up for the Cavs, the man who's currently dating Khloe Kardashian. After rejecting Derrick Rose at one end, Tristan Thompson took it coast to coast for the 3-ball. Double T would register his 4th consecutive double-double here. And Melo taking note. Back to King James, marking his territory, but not always being in full control, showing us he's human after all, missing that lay-in. Later, there was a slight injury scare with the King, but not enough to keep him down. Melo tried to keep New York in the game, cutting the gap to 8 points in the second. He finished with 20 points tonight. Back to the King in no mood to play around, paying his dues in the D with that block. Before breaking Kristaps Porzingis' ankle, it would be KP's final contribution of the night. The King also showed he wasn't selfish, dishing 15 assists here, plus 13 boards for his 6th triple-double of the season. The Cavs improved to 8-1.
9 average on the season.
That's right, LeBron, another triple-double, including 15 assists, just 2 shy of your career mark. Where were you able to take advantage offensively?
I know, one of my, I have to get guys involved. I got to get our second guys involved, our second-tier guys. So D. Will, RJ, Channing, and Kyle. I have to make sure they get the ball. That's what our team is very successful. So I get it to them in the right place, but those guys made the shots, and I just try to be there for them tonight.
In a relatively quiet trade deadline around here, but Ty Lue said we cannot forget Kyle Korver. How important was his acquisition?
That's big time for us. It gives us another smart guy with high basketball IQ, a guy that's played in big games in his career, and a guy that can shoot lights out. So, we're happy and we're blessed to have him.
At forward, 6'11" from Kentucky, number 0, your newest Pelican and NBA All-Star, DeMarcus Cousins.
CMC wasn't the only new boy here. Lou Williams played for the first time since leaving the Lakers. Boogie got straight to work, giving the fans a lot to cheer about, combining with Anthony Davis to finish with 56. But he'd lose the battle of the newbies. Williams with the dagger from downtown, splashing 7 of his 11 attempts, leading the Rockets with 27 from the bench. Back to Boogie, showing his versatility, rejecting the beard there. James Harden wasn't discouraged that easily.
And he'll have an impact on that. We talked about it early in the game as Harden shoots
Turning to the 3 balls instead and dishing dimes when it was necessary. The Beard would finish with his 46th double-double here, on his way to a 30-point shutout against the Pelicans.
In the corners for the Rockets. And any assist, the lob to Capella. That's a quick learner.
The LA Clippers minus Chris Paul against the Warriors, and it didn't seem to be much of a problem with Jamal Crawford from downtown, part of his 16 on the night. Then there was DeAndre Jordan with the jam at 17 points and 11 rebounds for him. Austin Rivers from beyond the arc, 19 points and 4 of 9 from downtown. The Clippers outscored the Warriors 37-18 in the second quarter. But you should know by now never to discount the Warriors. They came out all guns blazing in the third. Kevin Durant from 3-point range and inside the paint, finishing the night on a double-double, 25 points, 15 boards. And where's Steph Curry in all of this? There he is, an outrageous dagger with an equally ridiculous celebration to boot. And if you thought that was the shot of the night, think again. Double-teamed with nowhere to go and no problem. Curry's game-high 35 points helped Golden State to a comfortable 10-point win. And Curry, a very happy man.
You guys took off in the third quarter. How were you able to free yourself up for so many threes?
Well, the guys set great screens and we got stops. It was a really emotional third quarter. But we settled in and just, were able to get stops and turn that into easy buckets. And then everything starts to open up when you can execute on offense.
2015, qualified for golf's development tour.
2016, won 3 times on the Web.com tour, or his PGA Tour card.
2017, tied 4th in his first tour tournament, the Genesis Open.
That kind of sums up the progress Wesley Bryan's short but sweet career so far, and he's not planning to slow down anytime soon. There's the man in question on day 1 of the Honda Classic. Bryan would get his 7th birdie of the round here at the 18th to share the lead with a total of 64. However, it wasn't all smooth sailing for the rest of the pack. Last year's winner Adam Scott could only card a round of 68. He's tied for 24th with 17 others. That includes Sergio Garcia, still chasing his first win here. But this birdie on the 9th wasn't enough to repair the damage done after a double bogey on the 5th. Ricky Fowler fared much better in his opening round. He'd par here on the 16th for a total of 66, tied for 5th spot. The world number 14 is 2 shots shy of the leaders. Here's the other man on T1. Cody Gribble shot 7 birdies, including at the par 4 10th there. And on the final hole, making up for the bogey on the 15th to finish 6 under par.
Swan, would you say it's been a relatively sad day?
You know, I haven't slept in like 4 days, so I don't know how to feel.
What? I mean, with Boogie losing on his home debut for the Pelicans, you know.
Ranieri got sacked too, and Tottenham getting knocked out of the UEL.
You know what?
I guess it could be a pretty sad
Okay, you know
day.
what? Let's just change things up a bit, okay?
Okay, how?
Well...
Bye, guys.
Still to come on Daily, you want to know why Jose is in such a good mood? Stay tuned.
No space, huh?
The environment of the game comes with many tests. But the greatest lies in the rival you meet. The quest begins in the BNP Paribas Open Indian Wells, live on Astro Supersport 2 in HD.
It smelled like gunpowder mixed with rotting flesh.
War is violence, right?
War is hell, but warriors fight on.
We're in the kill zone. Guess I'll see what it's like to die.
And brave every sacrifice.
If I wasn't with men of that caliber, I would be dead.
For something greater.
Want to make a difference. To come home feeling like we had changed something for the better.
The Warfighters, Sunday nights at 9 on History.
The NBA on Astro Supersport 4 and HD. Asia's largest sports entertainment event returns to Bangkok on 11th March. All rise for the One Championship. Now you stand a chance to win a 3-day, 2-night trip to Bangkok to see Asia's first ever female champion, Angela Lee. Take on the submission wizard, Jenny Huang, for the One Women's Atomweight World Championship. Log on now for more details.
Welcome back. At the Dubai Championships, the task was simple for Angelique Kerber. Win this tournament and the world #1 ranking is hers, and she obliged. She's now 2 wins away from going back to the top after defeating Anna Konya in straight sets. Up next for Kerber in the semis is Elina Svitolina, who did not have to break a sweat in defeating Lauren Davis. In the third quarterfinal, Caroline Wozniacki made its 6th consecutive semifinals in Dubai after defeating Catherine Bellis. And the American did not help herself by committing 33 unforced errors compared to Wozniacki's 15 in this match. Next for Wozniacki is Anastasia Sevastova, who is now 2 matches away from claiming her first title since 2010. She defeated China's Qiang Wang.
Swarna, tell me, what time is it?
It's 7:23. What's the point of the time now?
No, not like time, but like, you know, time, the one we promised before the break.
Go on, Amanda. I'm still not getting it.
Okay, so I have to spell this out for you? Okay, fine. It's FTF time, Swarna.
Right, how could I forget? Let's try to bring some laughs to our viewers then, shall we?
Yeah.
What? What better way to start FTF than with Momo?
You need a lift? No. No space, no?
Haha, you gotta love Jose, right?
At the launch of Mercedes' new car, we asked Lewis what was his first meeting like with Bottas.
Some people like it, some people don't. I don't.
Okay, what was it like for his new partner? What did Lewis say to break the ice?
No bad words at all.
Okay, that's good. How did Bottas react at that meeting though? Was he like cool, nervous, quiet?
It is a little bit like a kid at Christmas. You know, kid wants to unwrap presents. It's a bit like the same thing.
Okay, that's cool. So we're wondering, what made him switch teams again?
If I couldn't be quicker than Lewis, I would rather stay at home.
So, is Lewis planning to challenge Valtteri like he did with Nico?
No, I mean, I think it's definitely going to feel strange.
So F1 drivers are supposed to be smart. How many wheels are there on your new car, Valtteri?
I feel it's this is slightly next level.
Looks like it's going to be a very interesting F1 season. Meanwhile, in the capital of Belarus, Minsk, there's an annual tradition. It's eat all you can throughout the year before showing off the dad bod come February. Seen as punishment amongst Belarusians, or at least for those who don't watch their diets, they even put a crowd of ladies on the side to tease the less desirable bodies. To those boasting them six-packs, they are normally on the front line. These fit guys will get a medal for keeping in shape. Now, we on Daily avoid body shaming, but we can't say the same for these brave men.
One thing's for sure, we're not going shirtless.
Definitely not. It's too cold in here.
I know.
I can't.
What? That's not the only reason, but whatever, Amanda. Anyway, our 30 minutes is up, but don't forget that Football Countdown returns tonight at 9 p.m.
9 p.m. See you next week.
See ya. Bye.
Dengan saingan yang kian menghampiri kemuncaknya, kekentalan dan ketahanan bakal diuji. Ikuti aksi jago-jago badminton negara dalam Kejohanan Badminton Kebangsaan 2017 di Astro Arena dan HD.
Monsters. Are they?
He's been following us! Hold on!
Say you're scared! Say it!
So I live and breathe, he's mine.
In the Heart of the Sea premieres Saturday, February 25th, 9 p.m. on HBO.
The NBA on Astro Supersport 4 and HD. It's Dubai, the blazing desert paradise under the UAE sun. Nothing can stop the heat with the arrival of the hottest tennis women, whose game are on fire in the WTA Tour's most beautiful tournament. The WTA Dubai Duty Free Tennis Championship 2017. Live on Astro Supersport 4 and HD.